Hey guys, welcome back to Arcade Garage. If you're on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're watching this. Drift car build. So, spun 4 rod bearings on the ECD driver box video, so now we're going turbo. So, I've got some stuff here just quickly. Turbo manifolds, I've got a weld, crossover pipe. I bought from Corn-Fed Boost off Eiffel, the original one there. Got some 1000cc injectors. I got a Walbro 255, which is going to be a lift pump because I have a surge tank that's in the drift car. Corn-Fed Boost welded me up a reverse plenum. And then here, I'm happy to announce MaxPeedingRods have jumped on board to support the turbo drift build. So here we have a turbo. Let's open it up and check it out. So, nice gasket, sticker, and some other gaskets there. That's nice. Nice and packaged. And let's pull it out. Here it is, MaxPeedingRods T76 turbo. Basically be the same as all the ones on eBay. So the obviously MaxPeedingRods own one. But yeah, so this will be on the drift car, which is the turbo car that's out the back. So T4 rear, 3-inch V-band out, 0.96 AR, and then it's got a pretty decent sized compressor wheel. So later on I'll be loosening all this up to clock it in the right orientation. But yeah, this is awesome. So I'm pretty glad to be working with these guys here. So it'll be good to see what happens and we'll go from there. But anyway, I'm going to get cracking on welding these up. So I'll set you guys up and I'm going to do a very quick time lapse of me welding everything. So that'll get pretty boring. I've also got some exhaust pipe there to make it down to a dump, get down outside the car because you're not allowed hood exits here in WA. You're allowed a screamer like hood exit though, so I'll be doing that. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. Next R&R is the first event that I want to go to in it, so I've got to hustle. So yeah, we'll come back to you guys soon. Okay, we've jumped ahead of time a bit. We're done. This here, crossover from Corn-Fed Boost, this isn't me, just the two headers are. I had some issues with the welder to start with and I got it dialed in and then I ran out of gas. I think I got a gas leak, so I finished it with MIG, hence why they're wrapped. Better for heat protection anyway that they're wrapped because I had to finish one side, had a fair bit of MIG work on it. I also went and helped my mate Tom with his drift car. He just turbo converted it. Needed a couple fittings and everything, so I raced there. So everything was a bit delayed on this, but that's all done. Got the drift car pulled in here. Got one side of the extractor out. Catbacks all dropped. I just got to lift the motor up slightly to get that one out. Can start to get this on. I'm probably just going to get the extractors all bolted on and come back to you guys. I'm in a pretty big rush at the moment because I'm running out of time and I got a lot to do to meet the next drift day. So I'm just going to keep cracking on and come back to you guys from the next point. Some time has passed again, but it's on. It's all installed, turbo's there. How good is that? It's in the bay. Just want to thank MaxPeedingRods for jumping on board, supplying a turbo for the drift car build. Future videos, we'll be starting it up. We'll be on the dyno or we'll be tuning at the track, whichever one comes first. So yeah, keep posted for that. Alright, more time has passed. Sorry, I know I haven't posted a video in 2 weeks. Been busy, some stuff has happened in my life. Not to do with me, but with extended direct family. I'm not going to get into it, but anyway. So I basically just haven't been filming, I've just been sorting and dealing with that stuff and just getting on with this. But here we are, bit of an update. So front bumper's back on, everything's in the car, made a dump pipe. Probably gonna need a torch. Let's get a torch and then we'll show it. So it's probably gonna be horrible because you're gonna have a centered light point. Let's try it again. So, dump pipe, engine bay is pretty much done. Relocated the MAF up there. Corn-fed boost supplied me a, what do you call it, reverse plenum. Front bumper is back on. Looks bloody good with that intercooler peeping out there. Nice sparkly turbo. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's getting some of the sparkles. Just to match everything else that's sparkling. Even the pulleys. So I basically spent today making, well, I started at like 1 PM, I think it's 8 o'clock now or something, I don't know, maybe 7, not too sure. I started like 1:30, got the dump made, welded on the bungs, VO2 sensors, finished up all the wiring inside. So then pretty much everything now is wired in and relocated. So as you can see, it's back to how it was, but neater. So I've got my Ecotec coil driver box mounted there. That's the relay for the coils. And then up there, let's see if the GoPro can see, up there's the DFI. All the wiring comes through, gearbox wiring, got to plug that in. And then that abomination up there, which I'm not really too worried about. But yeah, so I got that all done. I didn't bother making it too neat because, you know, it's a drift hack. And then when the link ECU goes on, that's all going to change, all that wiring. Like, I'm not going to need the gauges. There's so much crap I'm not going to need. It will be taken out. I got the new calipers on for the handbrake, so hopefully this rear left one doesn't seize anymore. So as you can just see there, handbrake, whatever you call it, caliper there, and then the factory caliper. So we got them on. The missus and I bled that up the other day. Handbrake's good. I just got to plug the ECU in still, which down there, got a couple there just so I can have one in the car, write and flash the updated tune and just swap them straight out. It's quicker to write with the ECU not in the car. You don't have to deal with all the BCM and chatter and all that. So I like to have a second one ready. So that's what I do. I flash it, swap them over, have an next one there ready to flash again. So I just got to flash my turbo base map on this, which I generally say it's good for like 10 to 12 PSI. I haven't had a customer really go past that with any actual data, so that's what I'll be testing and seeing how good it is further in the boost range. That'll get me going. I still have to do a fuel pump, which, let's have a look. So we've got a box over here. We've got still got this disgusting crap everywhere. Got motors and crap everywhere. But anyway, the old MaxPeedingRods box. I need to return this. But I got a Wellbro 255. That'll flow plenty enough for me. On the 85 for this for now. I'll just run with a full tank. I do have my old original. Let's get this out of here. The OG Surge and twin 255 pumps from Ecotec the first time I went forged, so that will be going in this. That'll be later on. I've got, from now, I have 4 days home till the drift event I want to go to. So obviously I go to work, so I've got 1 day between now and when I go to work to get stuff done. I've still got to put the battery in around the cable and isolator, so it'll be tomorrow, and a bit of exhaust. It's just a dump pointing straight down, so I always get that, maybe as a side pipe or something. See as much as I can get done. I do have part of this here to cut up and use, and there's a whole 3.5 inch section there with a muffler. Probably won't have time to do that, but we'll get that in there. Like I said, got to get the barium isolated. I'm going to fill it with coolant. That's about it, and we should be turnkey ready and pray it lives, doesn't spin a bearing. But quickly, just because I don't think I've really touched on it as well, we'll run over the motor. So the motor this time around it's an Ecotec block, which is obviously the same as L67, but it's an Ecotec part numbered block. We'll go with that anyway. Ecotec part numbered crank, same. L67 rods and pistons in here. I rebuilt this motor myself. It's got ARP hardware throughout, ARP mains, ARP rod bolts, ARP head studs. Had ARP main studs, rod bolts and head studs. I did not get the big ends on the rods resized for the ARP, so I am expecting to spin a bearing at some point, if not straight away. Hopefully I can get a few events out of it. I've got to then I'll suss out another motor. I do have another full set of L67 pistons and rods, another block that I'm starting to sort out in my spare time when I have time. If I have time, one has popped up cheap locally, so I might suss that out tomorrow and grab that as backup. But yeah, so there's that. Then it has a Sonic 1000cc injectors that I picked up from a guy called Josh over in Queensland. It has a Camtech cam. It has a stupidly big sized cam, but I had that lying around and I thought, screw it. Even if I don't do too well on track, at least when I'm in the pits and idling or this and that, at least hopefully it can sound good. So yeah, it's like a 248 252 at 114. 572, 575 thou lift, so decent, pretty big. T76 turbo from MaxPeedingRods. 3-inch dump that I made. I ran out of gas on my TIG, so I just megged it. That's why they look horrible. Like, that's disgusting. These ones here though didn't turn out too bad. But yeah, obviously this is a slip join type thing, just made my life easier. I just ordered everything in slip joints so that I could just push it in, tack it, it's going to hold, and then I can just run a bead around it, and I know it's not going to leak because slip joint. So, but yeah, I just obviously wanted to tack it so it's a solid piece. Makes my life easy. Oh yeah, I've still got to do a screamer pipe, which you can see the gate there. So with this, I'm going to come out with a 90 kind of pointing that way, which doesn't quite get it right when I have a bigger size 90 that I'll angle to get it there, and it'll come across here. Let's see if we can get the right angle. So it'll come up and kind of 90 again, so it's kind of straight. It's going to run across to here and then point up, and hopefully it's going to end up around this opening there, which puts it about here. I think maybe there. So I'll cut a hole, I'll have a screaming pipe, with this Ecotec coil driver box being a spark cut on a limiter. We should get some nice flames. I've also wired in a 2-step actually, so my 2-step button properly. Let's get this torch on. There. You can, there. So that's my momentary push button switch with the lights right on there. So I'll have that as well. For shits and gigs, I might take this down to the drag strip and test it there. I might even take it on a burnout pad too, see if it survives. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, this is where we're at with a drift car build. We'll see how far I get tomorrow, if I can crank and start it, and pray it survives that, because we don't know. But yeah, so like I said, sorry that you guys haven't seen a video. I was going to take this drag racing on the Wednesday like normal, but at that point I thought the drift event that I wanted to really get this done for was on. And then that evening, that Wednesday evening, I packed up for the day, cleaned up, and finally jumped back on my phone or laptop, whatever it is. I hadn't really touched it all day because I've just been hauling on this thing to get it done. found out that like 9 hours previously, they made a post saying it's been postponed to Easter. It's meant to be on the 19th, which is the 2 drift events I've done in this car, which was like the long videos where it didn't break, where I could have passengers. Nishi D, Sukaki, which I was really keen to go because you don't need a roll cage for passengers for that one, so that was going to be good fun. It's a good crowd, it's ran well, I enjoyed that event. But yeah, so found out that wasn't done. I was pretty annoyed at myself for making the decision to hustle on this because I missed out on drag racing. Not that I'm doing anything decent at the drags and that, but still, you know, it's practice, which I need with that setup. So yeah, so that's why there wasn't a video just on Saturday, as long as, like I said, just before the shit that's been going on. So this one's just kind of like a big update kind of thing, and then tomorrow, my last day before I go to work, hopefully I might set the GoPro up and film properly again. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. Hopefully I start it. If I do start it, I'll film attempting to start it, and we'll see good success, or me having a fault find something, or hear bad noise in the motor, and that's this saga done. I got to pull that motor out, which I really don't want to do. I cannot be bothered with that after I just did it. But anyway, yeah, I got to get this in and edit tonight, so I don't have heaps to do before I go to work. I don't have to do it at work because I've also got a Link ECU, but I'm wiring into my mate's VY R8 Club Sport. So if you're still here, appreciate it. Let me know if you want to see the video on all that of me getting in the car and getting it started, because I'll be doing the base map street tune on it, and then it will actually go off to a proper tuner. You know, who knows what LS is exactly like, because obviously I can tune it, get it running fine, but I don't particularly know timing wise exactly what the LS is like, because it's not just your standard LS1, it's actually a 383 stroker, which changes things again. Obviously I found maps online that I can reference off, so I have a rough idea, but I don't want to go feeding it too much. And then, you know, that's his motor done for, just because I was like, yeah, I can do it. Too much ego, too much pride than ability. So no, I'll get it running, it'll be safe, it'll be fine. He can drive around on it until it gets booked in at a proper tuners, and we'll be done properly. So hopefully that'll happen when I'm home, but when it goes to the proper tuners, and at least that I'll be definitely want to be going there, and hopefully I can film it. Maybe I'll just film everything about that car, so it's something else. It'll just be like I'll try not to do it as a main video. I'll do it as something like extra on top, an extra video, so you guys still get the footage on me, and you still get that extra footage of something else. It'll be really cool, being LS based as well. Custom heads, custom camshaft, it should be pretty saucy. But as per usual, like I say at the end of my videos, if you guys are still here, I appreciate it. I apologise again, I've just been talking a lot, but a few things have maybe not been able to do too much. So if you're still here, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you guys hopefully next week. If not, we'll try and make it the week after, and we'll try up something for you. Hopefully we're back drag racing this, and we'll have drifting and this, and everything like that on my next break. So back to some actual exciting content of doing something. But yeah, like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit me up if you got any questions or want advice. When I get time and get back to my phone, I'll reply. Right now, a lot of notifications, not a lot of replying, been too busy. I'll see you guys on the next one.